Hello and welcome back to Torment Tides of Numenera. Hopefully the audio balance is okay. I actually got a new microphone and I'm just trying to get things set up right, so anyway, hopefully it improves the audio quality of the commentary. It's not going to improve the quality of the commentary, but, well, you get what you get. So, last time we had just purged the systems down in the Anechoic Lazaret of a bizarre machine intelligence called Peerless, which was apparently infesting all of the equipment down here and made all the drones try to kill us. So we shut him off, and I just reloaded the game, and I see that all of these are labeled Peerless again, instead of all the things that they were. And this is very confusing to me, because I'm pretty confident that when we last saved this game that none of them were Peerless. So, yeah. Well, there's a couple over here that aren't, that are inscrutable. Okay. Because there's nothing left for me to deactivate. The actual, you know, Peerless thing itself is dead. The machine here that I can see is purged. So I don't know what's going on. So, okay, let's see if we have to fight anyone. Don't mind me. Okay, so let's just make sure that I know what we're doing here. So, yep, we just need to return to Salamari. Okay, whatever. So, it was also pointed out to me in the comments that I might not have investigated the crime scene fully. So we're going to walk back over there and make sure that I poked at everything. That's more or less on our way, so it's all good. Hello. Quora is still here, hand clutched to his wound. Well, you made it back. I expect murderous drones were no match for you. No, they weren't. Of course not, Quora says bitterly, looking away. But never mind that. I have a favor to ask. Tell Salamari I helped you. I did, after all. These Murdens would have attacked you. I killed them first. We even destroyed a few of the drones before we fled. He meets her eyes again. She wants to dismiss me. Help me change her mind, and I'll tell you something I know about the Order of Truth. It's not like I have like something huge to prove here about like how awesome I am at beating up drones. So, you know, he's kind of got a point. And it doesn't really seem like a screw-up. I mean, he got here, he took out the guys upstairs, and he took a stab at it downstairs. I don't think that he necessarily had all the knowledge about the technology that we did to be able to shut them off. So you know what? Okay, sure. I'll tell her you helped. That's fine. Quora says, excellent. I'll hold you to that. Now, the secret is promised. He winces, hand moving to his side. La Norig, he says. The boy is a spy for the Memovira. I'm not sure why. He loves the Order well enough. I was going to blackmail him, but... He grins. Priorities change, I suppose. I'll see you back at the Order, Falling Star. Okay, so... This was the group that was spying on the Order, and I need to go look back up who they were. So... It's a little embarrassing. I don't instantly remember off the top of my head. So, I'll jump back in one of my previous videos and see what's going on. So... Alright, yes. Well, let's continue on our way. So we'll head back via the underbelly so that we can stop and stick our head by that pool of blood again. Which is a totally normal thing for me to be saying. Alright, so off we go. Those weird giggling cones. Not gonna lie, I really like the inscrutable artifacts in general. I'm going. Memovira, why were they spying? Ugh. It's terrible. Can't believe I don't remember. Oh, and I did notice that our friend the Jack here has a level up to do. So I will take care of that. Soon. I should probably do that before I walk away, or else I'm going to get 2 screens away and completely forget about it. So let's take a look at him real quick. Alright, come here, Tiber. So what are the things that you can't use? So you can't use ciphers or heavy weapons or smashing. You've got good quick fingers and persuasion, initiative, and deception. And you've got flex skill that I keep forgetting to use because reasons. So what should I do? He's got 1 point in edge for speed. He's stupid. And his speed pool actually isn't very good. So what should I do? Extra effort, improved ability, improved skill. Oh, I can't pick any of these. Okay, let's increase your stat pool. So, might, speed, or intellect? Let's put 1 in speed and 1 in might. Ooh, that unlocks issue challenge. So, all enemies who fail take compelled and dazed. They are forced to attack you and receive minus 15% willpower, minus 15% on attacks. Tiber shouts a series of sharp-tongued remarks on the appearance and parentage of nearby enemies, drawing their full and furious attention. It's a taunt. Excellent. That's pretty cool. Oh, alright. So do we want to learn skill with defense or resourceful? He doesn't seem like a cipher guy to me. So let's go ahead and let's take some defense. Increased evasion, increased willpower. Because he seems like the type of guy that would be primarily interested in keeping himself alive. Our bizarre world brain. What the hell was that? And I sincerely hope that I get to poke it someday. The shadow, in case you were wondering what I was just yelling about. Neat. Kind of hope we do have dragons. Not like dragons, but something dragon-ish. Well, maybe I don't. Never mind. In fact, screw dragons. I don't want dragons. What kind of a game would have dragons in it anyway? Super lame. Okay, so let's head back over here. The day has not reset, so there's no point in fishing at this particular instant. Okay, damn it. So, where's my ability character sheet? Where's flex skill? Because I had that somewhere. Is that my inventory? No. An oddity, another oddity, which I should sell all this stuff. I'm positive I had the flex skill thing around somewhere. You did, didn't you? So how do I use this? Not items. Is this it? Yes, okay. Deception.
All right.
I hope that's it, because I just used it, so. Now, that amulet, that's right, that's what it was. And this is... Okay. Okay, so I get it from an item. He just has it as a skill. So what do I want to put it in? Actually, if I can put that in a Nemesis, that would be kind of neat. So let's go ahead and use this. Okay, no, that's not how it works. Okay, so what skill do I want it in? So okay, so it's one of these. Or wait, is it? Sorry, I'll get this eventually. Come on, use. So lore, quick finger smashing, deception, intimidation, persuasion, and perception. So what makes it one of those? That's... I don't understand. Well... Okay, honestly, I'm just going to pick something at random here. Right. Let's say... persuasion. I feel like talking to people today.
That's the stuff.
Alright, whatever. I'll stop and stare at this off camera and kind of figure out what's going on. So, let's take a look at this symbol on the wall. I feel like I clicked on both, but we're about to find out. Yep, so we took a look at this. So, there was just two separate options here. One that was the pool of blood that had the hand in it, which is gross, and then the circle on the wall, which gave us that weird flashback to the dimension that was full of, frankly, unpleasant things. A mind seeking our own, hungry, something kind of gross like that.
Go.
It's the wrong way. Okay, and I have not forgotten our robot friend here. I just haven't decided how we're going to deal with this. So, we'll think about him a little bit and move on from there. Alright. And the tide thing. I'm 7 hours into this game, and I haven't found anyone who can, like, tell me what to do with tides. That worries me greatly that I may still be on, like, the tutorial. Like, this is a Final Fantasy game or something awful. Okay, so, Salamari. Hello. Fixed your stuff for you.
I'll remember that.
Ah, there you are, Salamari says, beaming, and holds out a smooth palm. The Eye of Mlox, please. You hand it over, and she returns it to her workstation. Then, she gracefully inclines her head in Quoro's direction. Will see of any use to you? He gives you a pleading look. No, yeah, absolutely. Very well, she sighs. Quoro, you can stay. Do try to limit your failure in the future to matters I care less about. You've got some NPD going here, lady. Quoro exhales all at once and nods in your direction. I may not have helped him out if I was put on the spot, but, you know, I already told him I would, so that's fine. With that out of the way, she says, here is a reward for your considerable effort. Thank you. Ring of Entanglement. The two characters wearing these matching rings share all fetals and 25% of stats healed. This loop of metal is constructed from a short band that splits and branches, threads twisting and bending in on themselves before seamlessly reforming at the other end. The coils are maddeningly knotted, making it impossible to trace a complete path. Yet at the same time, a pattern waits to be revealed, just beyond the edge of comprehension. Of the handful on Earth throughout the ages, these rings were once dismissed as mere trinkets until an unnamed collector discovered twins purely by chance. It is said that this man wore one of the match set and gifted his lover with the other. During one particularly amorous encounter, both were astounded by their shared sensations and an oddly heightened sense of awareness. When the couple identified the rings as the source of this connection, further use showed that they mutually experienced every physical pain, pleasure, and sickness felt by the other. The effect disappeared when they wore an unmatched pair of bands. Huh. Okay. Okay, so we did manage to save a few of the drones in the lazaret from Peerless, so if you want to poke at them. She nearly jumps. Lower your voice, she whispers. Astonishing. Your predecessor couldn't have done better. She passes you a heavy bag from her workstation. A small bonus. Keep what you learned in there yourself until my book is finished. Neat. And I can't click it just at the moment. Alright, well, I solved your problem. Now I need your help fixing the resonance chamber.
Something new.
Well, I remember what Adon told me, she says, frowning. The chamber was built with living crystals from a world called the Ascension. Your predecessor was remarkably resistant to telling me what it was for, regardless of the interrogation methods I employed, her mouth quirks. He only said that it would stop the sorrow, and that none of the cast-offs could know about it. Which seemed odd to me at the time. Escaping the sorrow would be in all of your best interests, I would think. She snaps her fingers. Seek out the cast-off who helped him build it. That surly artificer whose name escapes me at the moment. Yeah, that's super helpful. So why would he not want us to know about it? I wonder if it does something like destroy all of us to protect him or something like that.
Making a note.
I forget his name, Salamari continues, and I only saw him once. He has machines buzzing away in his body and circuits embedded in his flesh. She taps her lip thoughtfully. Speak to Adon's little cult in Circus Minor if you haven't already. They always seem to know who your brothers and sisters are. Outrageous, Calistige mutters. Allegrin was actually right about something. Now, Castlige, the man is exceptional in his own way. Just because he can't match your analytical speed doesn't mean that he does not have gifts and wisdom of his own. She arches an eyebrow to you. At any rate, seek out the cult. They should know how to find your machine man brother. Thank you for your help. Her lips part, and for a moment she looks surprised. You're welcome, she says at last. You're quite different from your father, you know. Adon was fascinating, intense, focused on building that chamber. Passionate one moment, and distant as the stars the next. I never understood why. She half turns away from you. Oh, and Adon was ruthless. Utterly ruthless. I am living proof of that. Well, I'm sorry he broke up with you, lady. Okay, so what's the other thing I got? So I have 2 of these rings. That's interesting. Does it end up in someone else's info? Because I totally got a book. Oh, ha, I found a scroll bar. Okay. You've seen this rig fragment before. It is known as Arif, or Power, Taken, and it is one half of the artifact known as the Shadow Ring. You recall that this artifact once belonged to a cast-off, though their identity escapes you. You remember only that the changing god himself surrendered this ring at the height of a cold rage and infused each half with mutually repellent energies. They have been separated from each other ever since. The changing god went through immense trouble to separate these two rings. It must be possible to reunite them. So do I need to have both or something? Half of the artifact. Can I use it? Let's examine it. You hold the ring fragment in one hand, although it seems like this should be impossible. The small thing is incredibly heavy. A small protrusion extends from one side of this fragment. Okay, so I need the other one. Fine, all good. So, who do I trade this with? Are these... Okay, so that would swap out for this. Huh. I do not know. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look. So what are the things we're doing here? So we need to find the sanctuary, which we suspect it's near the Stitcher layer. Okay, I'm not huge on that. Borrowed slave. Circles in red. We're going along there. Yep, because we're going to run into that with Makina as well. So there might be some other way to resolve the situation. Was this where I wanted to, like, boost my stats and go back and find it? Yes. And we need to find the Dendrohur. I was in the underbelly and I did not see their chapel. That's weird.
Fine.
So let's go talk to the cult really quick. We can sell our crap to the guy who gave us the token of office, whose name escapes me. I'm glad to know that, like, the things they have, Sangolin, that you can sell, you don't have to, like, guess, like, oh, am I going to need this or what? It's just like, hey, look, here's some vendor trash. Okay, and, well, that's not impressive path-taking. There we go. Welcome back, sir. It is an honor to serve you again. I'd like to see what you have to sell. Okay, so I can sell this, and this, and this. I don't know if I need that or not, to be honest. Oh yeah, have your stupid boots back. I don't need this rapier, but since I don't seem to have a limit on what I can carry, I'm just going to go ahead and keep it all. Okay, excellent. So let's go talk to the cultist really quick.
Now.
Yeah, we didn't talk to Adon either. Or, not Adon. To that other guy whose name starts with an A. So this is what it's like being me in real life. Like, there's about a half a dozen people whose name I can get straight, and everyone else, I don't know. My wife functions as sort of a walking Rolodex when we're out, just kind of whispering people's names to me. Alright, so let's come back and let's chat with you people again. Kazmine, how are you? So, do you have any supplies? That's interesting. So, what can you tell me about other cast-offs? She smiles and laughs. We spent years compiling our records, revered one. I know the time seems as nothing to your kind, but we must protect that knowledge. Perhaps if you were to join our group, provide some of your experience to add to our knowledge? What are the benefits of joining a church? She steeples her fingers. We can provide adherents with useful items. We can offer safety against the depredations of those who would harm them as they sleep. Our members may be available to aid each other in specific situations. Okay, so what about the beliefs? We already know this. We tell the world that you and your brethren are aspects of the divine truth of the changing God, and that each of you brings forth a particular facet of his truths. We seek to study you so that we can become more like you. Were we offered the chance to join the Order of Truth, or did I miss someone to talk to again? Okay, so it seems like they would give us some help and let us sleep for free. Is that exclusive from the Order of Truth? I don't know. Well, we'll come back.
I'm ready.
Okay, so there's those yahoos. So they're not going to tell me anything unless I decide to join them. And I don't know if I want to join them yet. I need to make sure that I understand what I'm getting into when I do so. Yeah, I'd be like this in real life too. I don't like jumping into things, you know. Allegern, so let's come and chat with you. Hey, buddy, old pal, how's it going? Sincerely hope that's not how the cast-off
I want
talks.
nothing to do with this Carradine, but you bring her to my door. Ditch her someplace, and then maybe we can talk.
Ouch. Dude, that was cold. Alright, well. Let's see, I have my stat pools refilled. Let's see if I can figure out the way to do this here without without destroying the foreman. Okay, so we have some lore. Let's see if I can bypass it. Oh, wait. Is that our only option? Can I examine you again? Certainly, it says. Tarnish, open the hatches and shields again, please. Tarnish unlatches his master's maintenance doors and stands aside. You examine it for several minutes, but you don't learn anything you learned before. So, is this really my only option? Well... Can I use it for someone else's stat pool? Just checking real quick. Alright. This is the right thing to do. Working blindly, you jam your hands into the foreman's body, ripping, realigning, and doing untold amounts of damage in your attempt to fulfill the construct's wishes. Eventually, you succeed. Cold energy pours through the air like blood from a wound, flooding into the motionless children. One by one, their tiny eyes flicker into life. One by one, the foreman's eyes go out. Its voice mesh rattles as if it's going to speak. But it doesn't. It can't. The children watch the death of their parent with wide, glowing eyes. He'd want me to thank you, the old man says hoarsely, but I ain't. You knew him all of 10 minutes. I know him all of my life, I have, and you came and took him from me. Without a look at the master's children, Tarnish sets off into the dark. Oh man, I hope I did the right thing. Some of the little constructs wander in circles, chirping to themselves. One of them is already making for the exit, and one is motionless, stillborn. I feel bad, like I would, you know, dump his life force, his brain directly into these things, and then promptly gather them up and use them as tools. Let's let the others go free, but this one's dead. Let's poke at it.
I'm ready to learn something new.
You carefully pick up the stillborn construct, cradling it. The rest of the foreman's children chase each other for a few moments longer, before following the one heading for the exit. Okay, and I gained a construct. An oddity. This inert little figure of metal and synth was cobbled together from parts of the crippled foreman, making it one of the construct's children. With your help, the foreman transferred some of its energy into the little creature, but for some reason it never came to life. That's just an oddity, huh? Well, okay. Ah, how lovely. I do hope no one steps on them. Don't be a wench. Okay, so we have places that we haven't been yet, because we haven't found the lair. I don't know if that was the place that we needed to use might. Let's take a look at the map here. Oh, the chapel's back here, so that's where I actually should have gone. Here's the collapsed tunnel. I do wonder if we are going to need to pass a might check or something here. Okay, so this does keep going. Ooh, there's several people here to talk to. Heliani? This violet-skinned visitant paces back and forth before the cavern's opening, pardon me. It wears fine clothes that serve to accentuate the tall, thin crest on its head. A symbol has been painted on the chest, mirroring the insignia marked on its crest. Its clothes are finely tailored and well-made. The name of the creature's race scrawls to your mind. It's a Virgalian. This one is temporarily chosen to be female. Her bulbous eyes flash quickly around her surroundings before focusing directly on you. Hey, I was one of you. The council didn't send you, that much is plain. Her voice is high and fluting. You're aware that this cave isn't safe, I hope. What exactly do you want? Who are you? An agent and negotiator, dispatched here by the council. But that should be obvious from my clothing and my guards. What council are you serving? She gives you an incredulous look. The ruling council of the city, of course. The heads of the slave families. You must be new to Sagas Cliffs. Very new. Well, okay, I've heard of them, but there might be other councils, I don't know. So, honestly, I'm kind of wondering what you're doing down here. I am conducting a diplomatic negotiation on behalf of the city. Unfortunately, I am not dealing with a reasonable species, her crest flutters irritably. I've made no progress at all. Days wasted in this miserable tunnel, and I have nothing to show for my superiors. So why do you say this cave isn't safe? Not unless you trust the discretion of the Stitcha. these insectoid monsters that are prowling about. Most people are afraid of them. Well, you know, I'm down here to talk to them anyway, so maybe I can help you negotiate. Uh-huh. She looks you up and down, considering. Doubtful. But you might have other skills I can use. The circumstances call for a new tactic, and these levies cannot do what needs to be done. Nor can I. The Virgilian nods. If you truly think you can help, let's put you to the test. Why is everyone testing me? She waves off the levies who flank her. Her gestures are short and choppy, sharp and irritated. It's these damnable Stitcha, she says. I speak to them. I offer, cajole, negotiate, and threaten. Yet they persist in their digging, and every day another house on the cliffs above slips into the sea. If the digging does not cease, the city itself may crumble. So here is my request. Find a way into their lair, remove their precious eggs, and return them to me. These hostages shall ensure the future of the city above. That's dickish. If you can negotiate a lasting settlement that doesn't require such drastic measures, you may also pursue that method, but I have been trying for days with no success. I think I can help you. Good. We need to stop the Stitcha before they bring down the entire substructure of the city. She pauses and lowers her voice. If you manage to infiltrate their lair, be sure to acquire all of their eggs. I suspect they have multiple clusters, and we will need them all if we want to negotiate from a position of strength. You suck. She hands you a synth ball with a blinking device inside. Once you're in the lair, activate this. It will show you all of the tunnels, the egg clusters, and the Stitcha themselves. Better to know what you face before you charge ahead. Alright, thanks. Ooh, one-time use, so this clears the fog of war in the current area. Perfectly spherical and brightly polished, this device activates when you throw it into the air. A rapid chirping sound follows, and the sphere returns to your hands. The capture ball then displays images of the current environs on a screen, allowing you to see anything and everything that is happening in your vicinity. It is able to peer through walls, doors, and solid rock. The effect lasts until you leave the area. So is this one-time use only? Probably. This, by the way, totally a battle scanner. Thank you. Okay, so I'm low on speed, but that's okay. What's up here?
Yes.
Ah, money. Okay. Okay, so we're getting a little long here.
Of course.
Yes. So next time when we come back in here, let's talk to the Stitcha first, and then we'll go poke our head in the Chapel of the Dendor and see what they have to say. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.